Andrew, another important thing that our associations are dealing with right now is all the capital projects, and how do they plan for them? How do they schedule them, queue them up, finance them, all of that, right? So any insight?
We have to start at the beginning, and that's reserve studies. And although, across, both countries, we don't necessarily see that it's mandatory for reserve studies to actually happen or get produced, it's a critical juncture that we look at and say, this is the beginning. The reserve study is going to tell a board the size, the timing, and the cost of the projects. And it could last for anywhere for a decade or 2 or 3 decades into the future. And I think that's important to take a look at because that's going to also drive in terms of the conversations when it comes to funding these projects. If you're looking at a project that is well down the road, you can start reserving for that on an annual basis as part of the budget. But if it's something that's coming up in the next 1 to 2 years, and then you're going to rely on some different financing vehicles. And one is going to be a special assessment, or the other one's going to be a loan. Special assessment is very contained. It's a pretty high assessment in terms of the burden that it puts onto the residents, the owners of the building, I should say. But the loan, on a different aspect, while there is an interest that gets paid, you can structure a loan, whether it's 10 years or 15 years into the future to repay. So it's a very much more of a smaller and spread out and evenly payment structure for the owners to facilitate those capital projects.
And as an association, right, sounds a bit complicated. How do you go about dealing with a loan?
Yeah, that's again, I'm glad you asked that question. Many of our condos in our communities, I should say, come to us for our subject matter expertise. So the first part, it's natural thinking about engaging a professional is to get the lowest interest rate on a loan. Mm-hmm. But it's more than that. It's about the structure, the terms, the conditions, and also getting to closing. This is all about getting a loan so you actually get it funded. This is not something that you can walk into any branch and say, okay, I need a loan for my condominium building. That's tough. And so there are dedicated community association lenders, and they are engaged right across the country. So when you deal with a specialized facilitator like FirstService Financial, we can help you get the right terms and conditions and close that loan when you need the funds.
Oh, that's great.